Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you a little bit about how to install one of these 4A speakerphone connection cables into a 2831 set. If you have any questions about installing a speakerphone addition to a different type of phone, or like a call director, or a lot of different types of phones, let me know, because I've done a ton of different speakerphone additions and hacks at this point, so I have a lot of knowledge as far as the different wires needed and connections. But this is a pretty nice, easy to use standard cable that you can use for a 4A speakerphone. But for anyone who's not familiar with the 4A though, it just has a transmitter which will connect on this portion, and then a speaker which connects here, and then either an option plug or an adapter can plug in here. For these cables, this is usually rigged directly just for an adapter, because the option wires and stuff you can usually connect with these spade tips. I'm not going to be going super in depth as far as what all the different spade tips do. I'm just going to be connecting the necessary ones to actually get it operational. So first of all, just feed the thing in. And for this one, I guess just to make it a nice and neat job, I'm gonna unscrew this and I have to remove this quick. I'm just gonna mount it there just to make sure that it's not gonna be loosened or moved or pulled out of the case over time. I think usually though this is meant for a buzzer, this screw that I'm connecting it to. No, never mind, I take that back. It seems like it is meant for a cable. A lot of times though with the plastic, it's just to be loosened so you can attach a buzzer. I know you can't really see what I'm doing because of the annoying, awkward lighting in this room. There we have the cable installed, so it's not going to be yanked out. And now, as far as the actual connections, good thing to do is make sure your wires will actually reach. That can be a problem a lot of the time. From what it looks like, these are spares, which I had previously just sort of capped off. This cable I pulled out of a different phone, and I marked the wires with tape, and so then I can know where to connect them. We'll just start with this one. So this is A1 ground, and this goes to terminal 10. The terminal boards in these, you can sort of see the numbers. They're kind of hard to get to if they're buried underneath this rat's nest. But basically the number will be above the screw terminal. So for instance, this one is 27 because the 27 is above it. So terminal 10 is way back here. And basically this terminal 10 should be your master ground for this phone. And so this A1 lead usually doesn't need to be connected if you have a connecting block for your 4A. So if you're just using a 2565 and you have the appropriate connecting block to just plug in a 4A onto, this A1 is automatically connected through the solder joints, because this is just connecting it to your main key system ground so that your yellow wire in your hook switch can pass power, or ground rather, for the speakerphone to actually have power. So that way it's linked to your hook switch. So if you've ever wondered why the speakerphone turns off when you lift up the handset, it's part of this method, because this A1 wire is bridging power for the speakerphone onto your main ground. So A1's in there, or AI, whatever you want to call it, and then this is LK. So if you want to be able to use your speakerphone, no matter if the handset is raised or not, you could connect this either to the yellow wire. So if you just simply connect LK and A1 directly and just connect them like this, the speakerphone will have power. If you want, though, like they usually do, you connect LK to wherever the slate wire is for the hook switch. So in this case, it's 29 down here on the terminal board. So that's the slate wire, because basically the hook switch has a few standard sets of contacts, red and black, which short when the handset is put down, and that's for the speaker, to make sure that you don't hear any noise. Then you have green and white, which will connect when you lift the handset. This is to pass tip, usually through from whatever your master tip wire is. It's usually connected down here on the terminal board, and then passes tip over to C. I believe it's C, yeah. And then you have yellow, brown, and slate. And so the yellow is the main lead in between, and then it swings between brown and slate depending on if the handset is lowered or raised. And so the slate will be connected to yellow when the handset is down to give power to the speakerphone. And the yellow wire is connected here to the terminal 10 with your master ground. Otherwise, it goes to brown and passes ground back to the key system normally. But by itself, the speakerphone will pass the ground back to the key system also. So that's how it's able to operate with all that. So this is terminal 6 for R1. So this is your master ring for your phone. So this just gets connected wherever you have ring from the key line's output. So wherever all of the key lines connect to for ring. These can be quite annoying when you have so many darn wires in here and they're all fighting each other. This will take a minute. darn thing. Sort of is a love-hate relationship with these wires. Although I do like the customization possibilities with these things. It's really annoying if you're just trying to do the standard wiring practices for them. Okay, there's R1. Phone fell. And then we have T1, which is 25. So basically this is to power the dial. So it needs to be connected to the orange wire for your tone dial. And sometimes you can get away with not really using it. But basically if you want to be able to use the on-hook dialing feature, you need to connect the T1 lead to the orange wire for the dial. For rotary dials, it's a whole different thing, which I won't get into for this. And then this one here, P4 or IR, I think. Can actually look. Yeah, P4 or IR lead is connected to violet. And then it's stupid, they have P3 or IT. And that one's not actually needed, so I don't know why they don't just call it P3, because you literally never ever need to connect it as an IT lead. Forget which, so that's white green. So I forget if they connect it. I can't really read my own handwriting on this one. Usually though, to actually get the speakerphone to work, it's really not needed. This one here says it needs to go to 22. So this is saying, okay, yeah, so this is the ground output from the speakerphone. So after it gets power from LK, the slate wire of the hook switch, it needs to have this wire, white-brown, to go to terminal 22 or wherever the brown wire of the hook switch is going to pass your key system ground back. And then the last thing is you need power for the thing to work. Because right now as it stands, I think this thing should actually run. I just can't read what this is. But from what I remember from all the other phones that I've done, it's not needed to actually get it to work. But basically you need these two, red, green, green, red. Those are your actual AC power wires for the speakerphone. And if you're lucky enough to have the little connecting block to go here to give you power, then you should be all set right now and just leave these ones capped. Because you just connect them here and they'll give the speakerphone power. But in my case, I'm all out of those connecting blocks, so I'm going to go ahead and test with wall wart connected directly onto these. And then we'll go from there. I'm going to end the video though and go deal with testing and everything by myself. I think this should be everything that's needed for the phone to work. And I'll just go ahead and do a quick recap though of what we connected where. So basically the orange, white, where am I going? So white orange is terminal 10 for your main ground. And then orange white is terminal 29 LK. And then white blue is connected to orange on terminal 25. And green white is connected to terminal 24, which is your violet lead. And then blue white is connected to terminal 6 for your master ring. And then that should be it. So thank you for watching. I know this is a long video. If you have any questions though regarding the wiring in one of the 1A2 phones, let me know and I'm happy to help you out and make more videos depending on what your question is. So thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the other videos on my channel.